As Hong Kong protests quiet down, what next? Hong Kong. All but a handful of protesters in Hong Kong have gone home, but the crisis that brought hundreds of thousands into the streets to oppose an extradition bill is far from over. The way forward for both Hong Kong Chief Executive Carrie and her opponents is uncertain because of the limits built into the city's Win country, two systems arrangement with Beijing after Britain ceded control of the former colony in 1997. The public is wary of seeing Communist Party-ruled Beijing wield still greater influence that would imperil civil liberties such as independent court, and the freedom to speak out against the local government, privileges not enjoyed in the mainland. Officials in Beijing but the unpopular extradition legislation. Lan is stuck in the middle. A look at some possibilities for the key players in this drama. The chief executive. Many analysts expect Lan will eventually get down to take responsibility for the mess resulting from her effort to fast-track the extradition bill, which would allow some suspects in Hong Kong to be tried in mainland Chinese court. On Tuesday, she apologized and said she needed to do better, but also insisted she wanted to finish her fight, year terms. Too abrupt a departure by the Beijing-appointed career bureaucrat would be a loss of face for China's leadership. If her opponents keep up the pressure and she does leave, she might opt to spend more time with her husband and children, who are British citizens and live elsewhere. The protesters, the various pro-democracy groups that helped drive and organize the protests, are pushing for Lan's resignation and the permanent scrapping of what they call the evil extradition bill. Differences over strategy have emerged, but the group dismissed Lan's latest apology, saying she failed to respond to their demands. Some vowed to stage acts of resistance, perhaps using measures such as delaying subway trains, if their demands are not met by Thursday evening. But the protests have dwindled from the masses that turned out on Sunday to a handful of die-hard demonstrators. They could resume, especially on the July 1st anniversary of Hong Kong's handover to China. The police at a late-night news conference on Monday, Hong Kong Police Commissioner Wai-Chung sought to soothe anger over the use of forceful measures during clashes with protesters on June 12. He said only 5 of 32 people arrested in or around the protests were accused of rioting, a serious charge that can result in a prison term of up to 10 years. Local lawmakers were due to question the city's secretary for security on Wednesday, and some are calling for an independent inquiry into complaints that police tactics were too aggressive. The extradition bill said the legislation is needed to prevent Hong Kong from becoming a haven for fugitives and improve the ability to fight crimes including money laundering. China has been excluded from Hong Kong's extradition agreement because of concerns over the independence of its courts and its human rights record. Since Lan has vowed to public pressure in shelving the bill indefinitely, it's unlikely to become law anytime soon. The leaders in Beijing, China promised when it took control of Hong Kong from Britain to allow it to keep its civil liberties and independent legal system for 50 years. That special status has been compromised in a number of cases. Prosecutions of activists, detentions without trial of 5 Hong Kong book publishers, and the illegal thievery in Hong Kong by mainland agents of at least 1 mainland businessmen are among news in recent years that have unearthed many in the city of 7 million. Beijing backed the extradition bill and said it fully supported Lan. It appears to have now bowed to public pressure. But analysts say both Lan and China are playing a game of attrition, betting that protesters will eventually grow weary of their struggle for greater democracy in a former colony that has never fully determined its own future. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.